my podcast today. I hope everyone had a good weekend. I so much had a good weekend. It was going to be quiet this weekend. Wasn't expecting to be a quiet weekend for me, but I got to go to the Waffle game on Saturday. Got to see our boys beat West Perth by a lot, smashed them. The Rezzies and the Colts lost as well, so that was a great game for them both. Results, Peel were on top of the ladder, now undefeated on top, and you can have a look on the Waffle app for that one. And so I'll talk about the AFL just went past, so it wasn't a great ending for Port because now they've got a couple of injuries out now. We don't know who they're going to replace them now, so they lost by 30 points on Thursday night for the showdown against Adelaide. Collingwood and Carlton, that was a up and down kind of a game on Friday night. Collingwood won by 6. Wanted Carlton to win that one. And then Saturday we had Sydney to beat Giants by 29 points over the Giants. And then St Kilda to win by 38 against North Melbourne. And then Melbourne, because Geelong were undefeated still before this game started, so Geelong are now not undefeated now, so Melbourne won over by 8. And Eagles lost by lower than 6 points against the Bombers. They didn't have Draper in their team, but they still won it because they've got some good players on that team for the Bombers here at Perth. And this is a surprising game. For the first time ever since 2015, we won at the MCG for the first time since 2015 against Richmond by 54 points. That's the biggest score we've ever done at the MCG. To play at the MCG for the first time since 2015, Richmond have got pretty much no one that great at the moment, so they're looking pretty bad at the moment. And then we've got Bulldogs and Hawthorn. I didn't get to see that one, but Hawthorn won. Bulldogs have got a couple of injuries out as well too, so that's a big win for Hawthorn as well by 7. Then Brisbane and Gold Coast, wasn't expecting this to happen on Sunday afternoon. Brisbane won by 34 points to Gold Coast Suns at the Gabba. Gold Coast don't like to travel as much. They do badly when they play against the opposition team at their home ground, but not at Gold Coast ground. And so that's been a really good weekend for footy. The players that were standing out for Fremantle was Luke Ryan, Caleb Sarong, Brayshaw, Youngie, Matty Johnston, Clark, Jeremy Sharp. He kicked his first goal at the MCG for the first time in Freo colours. Tracy kicked 4 goals, Aish and Jai Amos as well. So we had Cooper Simpson playing his first game at the MCG for the first time. And then, so we had a couple of players played their first game at the MCG. Jackson should have kicked at least 2-3 goals because he's been at the MCG for a few times at the ground before we picked him up at Melbourne. So he should have done better in the ruck, so I'm hoping he's okay with the ruck as well, with Sean Darcy as well. We don't know what's going on with those two boys. So we've got the games this week. We've got round 9 we've got Carlton versus Melbourne. And then Carlton just come off a loss, Melbourne just come off a win. Then Friday night, we've got 2 games on Friday night. So we've got Geelong and Port. That's going to be a test in Geelong. Then Friday night, we've got at Optus Stadium, we've got our bloody Freo Dockers versus Sydney Swans. First place 6th on the ladder at Optus Stadium. And then we've got Hawthorn versus St Kilda. And then we've got Essendon versus Giants. That's going to be a very close one. And then we've got Gold Coast versus North Melbourne. Then we've got Bulldogs and Richmond at EMCG. Then we've got Sunday morning, we've got Eagles and Collingwood. Of course, grand final rematch 2018. But this is at Marvel this time. Then we've got Adelaide to finish off this round. We've got Adelaide and Brisbane Lions at Adelaide Oval. So this is clearly my tips are going to be for this week. I don't know footy tipping, but this is my tips I would tip. Melbourne to beat Carlton. I think this could be a draw against Port and Geelong. Sydney and Freo, that's going to be a good contest. I'm hoping Freo can get over the line by 20 points. Hawthorn and St Kilda. I'm tipping probably Hawthorn. And then Bombers, I'm going for Bombers to beat Giants, to beat them. Gold Coast to beat North Melbourne. Bulldogs to beat Richmond. Probably I'll go Collingwood to beat West Coast and Adelaide to beat Brisbane. So hopefully, those teams can win this week. Then the NRL, we've got my NRL team lost over the weekend. Penrith are looking really good this year. So we've had so Thursday we had Newcastle Knights lose to Raiders, and then Friday we had my Warriors lost by 3-4 points against the Sharks. Then clearly Panthers lost to 8-0 to Storm. Then we had hang on. So we had so Panthers won over Bunnies, and then so Newcastle Knights won over Warriors 14-8 on Sunday. There's a couple of games that have been really good at the moment. So this is the ladder at the moment currently. Sharks on top, Storm are second, Panthers are third, Dolphins are fourth. Eagles are fifth, Roosters are sixth, Broncos are seventh, Bulldogs are eighth, Raiders are ninth, Cowboys are 10th, Newcastle Knights 11th, Manly Eagles are 12th, Dragons are 13th, Warriors are 14th, West Tigers are 15th, Titans are 16th, and Bunnies are last on the ladder. So that's the ladder at the moment so far with that. Free agency for the NBL at the moment, signing contracts for players for NBL for the 24-25 season. So I'll be a member for next season as well. We'll see who we get for the NBL 24-25 season. So hopefully we can rebuild on from last year's season to this year. John Rulli needs to get some good players this year so we can be a better team this year. And we need to work on our defense and our ball movement as well this season. When the AFL season's finished, Bryce Cotton's been doing a lot of shooting in the off season. I don't know what the other boys are doing in the off season at the moment, so we'll see how they're doing at the moment in the off season as well. So yeah, it's been a very quiet sporting event at the moment because of the there's not much going on at the moment. So yeah, so I will see you all on Friday night. If you guys all follow me on Instagram, and I will see you all Friday night. Let's get our purple down there Friday night against the Swans. Grundy's in town. Luke McDonald is in town. He's a Perth boy. Let's hopefully we can try and get him to come to us next season. He's a free agency as well. He's a WA boy as well, so let's hopefully we can try and hopefully his son can talk him into coming to us next season. And hopefully we can be a better team next year. And let's go Freo. And I'll be doing a HBF run with CJ and his mum next Sunday. So I'll be doing a probably a live podcast before the event. And yeah, let's go Freo.